Here are the top 10 movie villains. Number 10. Agent Smith.
Mr. Anderson.
The famous lines from Agent Smith. Agent Smith is a part of the system of the Matrix trying to hunt down the rebels and kill them. Agent Smith was very attracted to the thought of taking out Neo himself. In one of their duels, Neo jumps inside of Smith and destroys him. However, Agent Smith wasn't going to go down that easy, so he used the system to come back as a computer virus. Now as just Smith, he has stayed on his mission to hunt Neo. Being a virus, now he spreads through the system and makes more of himself to help take out Neo. The virus versus the chosen one. Number 9. Alien. Xenomorph XX121, aka Alien, are an extraterrestrial endoparasitoid species with multiple life cycles. Hypothesized from the planet Proteus, if you have seen one of these guys, you know they are freaky and dangerous, but what's even scarier is how they reproduce. They need a host organism to reproduce, which for a human I bet is an unpleasant feeling. The human phenotype of an alien is usually around 7 to 8 feet and weighs about 300 to 400 pounds. With a long muscular tail and large curved oblong head, this makes for a pretty freaky creature if you meet one of these things.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Number 8. Predator. The Yautja are an extraterrestrial species who are famous for their hunting of other dangerous species in the universe for sport and honor. That also includes humans. Yautja are a sentient, humanoid race that is able to breathe an atmosphere similar to Earth's. These creatures aren't just all brutes. They have brains too, because they possess a level of technological advancement far beyond humans. The Yautja use a bunch of techniques for killing, such as active camouflage, energy weapons, blades, spears, and nets. Yautja usually ritualistically mutilate their victims and claim something of their victims as a trophy. So,
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Number 7. The Joker. The Jester of Genocide, the Joker, Batman's biggest archenemy. In the famous words of the Joker, if I'm asked the question of my past, I want my answer to be multiple choice. So there is no backstory to the Joker. However, the most believed story is he was a worker at Ace Chemicals plant before he quit his job to pursue his dreams of becoming a comedian. Failing miserably and with a wife and a baby on the way, he needed money fast. He turned to crime, deciding to help rob the Ace Chemical plant he previously worked at before. Before doing the crime, Joker's wife and his baby died in a car accident. Joker goes through with the crime anyway. Whilst robbing the plant, Batman shows up and accidentally sends Joker into a batch of toxic waste. Once washed out of the plant, Joker looked at his face to discover bright red lips and green hair with a pale skin. This drove him off the deep end. Number 6. Voldemort. Tom Marvolo Riddle. Rearrange the letters and you get I am Lord Voldemort. Voldemort is a half-blooded wizard and is to be considered one of the most dangerous dark wizards of all time, the son of Tom Riddle Sr. and the witch Merope Gaunt. However, he was raised in a Muggle, person without magic, orphanage, and that's where he stayed all of his years throughout Hogwarts. While at Hogwarts, he was part of the Slytherin house. Many of his accomplishments were great but terrible. He was able to open the Chamber of Secrets and kill a student with the monster that lurks inside. Voldemort has also achieved immortality. Harry, how do you kill the unkillable? Number 5. Scar. Scar, the brother of Mufasa and uncle of Simba. Being the older brother of a king is tough, especially if you think you deserve it more. Well, this is exactly how Scar feels, but he takes action. Scar uses Simba to lure Mufasa into a trap, which ends with the death of the current king of Pride Rock. Seeing this as an opportunity, Scar pounces on it and makes Simba think his dad's death is his own fault, and tells Simba to run away and never return. Now king of Pride Rock, Scar feels pretty good about what he has done, but what he doesn't realize is the true king isn't gone for good. Number 4. Cyberdyne. Cyberdyne, the company who created the real evil Skynet. Skynet is an artificial intelligence that once it became self-aware, it saw humanity as a threat and decided to, well, terminate. Skynet brought on a nuclear holocaust. Also, Skynet released Terminators on humanity. It was all out chaos, but it didn't stop there. No, Skynet mastered time travel and sent Terminators to the past to kill specific targets, such as resistance leaders. Number 3. Saren. Saren, the creator of the One Ring and the second Dark Lord. Saren strove to conquer Middle-earth, creating the Rings of Power for this purpose. In his first war for Middle-earth, Isildur defeated him. Isildur managed to cut the ring off of the finger of Saren. Saren lost all of his power and was forced to retreat for many years, but he is now ready to come back into power, knowing that his One Ring is in possession of a tiny, weak hobbit named Frodo Baggins. Number 2. Darth Vader. Darth Vader was once a great heroic Jedi until the Emperor seduced Darth Vader into becoming his apprentice of the dark side of the Force. Darth Vader is a villain for a reason. He led the Emperor's destruction of the Jedi Order. Besides all that, he may still have a small glimmer of light in his cold, dead heart. Number 1. The Iceberg from Titanic. The $174 million ship, the Titanic, able to hold 3,547 people. It was 882 feet long and with a width of 92 feet and a height of 104 feet. With all of that, 1,503 people died from an iceberg. The iceberg literally poked a hole in the front of the ship and made it front heavy and split the whole thing in two. From one poke, it split the whole Titanic, the ship they said God couldn't even sink, in half. That is some raw power.